You're listening to the Common Fan Podcast, a Husker football podcast for the common fan by the common fan.
Welcome back to the Common Fan Podcast. I am TJ Burkle, as always, alongside Matty Owens Sr. and Geoff in Lincoln. Hey, get to the Common Fan website, www.commonfan.co. You can sign up for the newsletter, follow all the social media accounts, subscribe on YouTube, and generally keep up with all the fun and frivolity of the Common Fans. Speaking of YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, like this episode, and go ahead and tell your friends while you're at it. Additionally, guys, what's more Nebraskan than football and beef? Oak Barn Beef is a family-owned farm right in Nebraska, shipping premium dry-aged beef straight to your doorstep and any other doorstep nationwide. Whether you're stocking the freezer, grilling for game day, or looking for a gift that actually impresses, Oak Barn Beef has got you covered. Check them out at oakbarnbeef.com. That's oakbarnbeef.com, and taste the difference of Nebraska-raised dry-aged beef. I got to tell you guys, made a chuck roast for the family last weekend from Oak Barn Beef. Absolutely delicious. Like melt in your mouth, like falling apart. Delicious chuck roast. Highly recommend. Go to oakbarnbeef.com.
We grilled up a T-bone, guys. I've never had a T-bone steak before. It was delicious. Yeah. The only thing I've ever heard of from a T-bone is that episode of Seinfeld where George is like wants his nickname to be T-bone. So he purposely orders like a T-bone steak for lunch all the time. But I figured this out. Did you guys know this? I want to know if I'm like not a meat connoisseur. A T-bone is basically the New York strip and the filet. Did you guys know this?
Yeah, Jeff, I'm not sure you want to admit this, but yeah. Everybody knows
I didn't know that.
Everybody knows
that's
that.
wild to me. Did you two know that?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're liars. You're all liars.
Hey, let's get on track. Friend of the program, Nick Olson, is with us.
Yes.
Friend and fellow Common Fan. Thanks for joining us again, Mr. Olson. How are you, buddy?
Thank you. Great to be here. Husker Power.
Whew. That's right. Speaking of Husker Power, the Nebraska football team beats Michigan State 38-27. Michigan State's last touchdown was pretty much in garbage time, so I feel like it was more of like a 38-21
cover
kind of win for the degenerate gamblers out there. I'm sorry if your bet didn't hit. What a crazy game, guys. I did not wear my Nebraska Christmas sweater, short sleeve Christmas sweater.
Why not?
For the game? But I felt like I should put it on. I felt like I should put it on. I bust it out from time to time, Matteo.
Great.
I felt like I should put it on to record just because that game was so wild.
It was.
No.
The Huskers took a 14-0 lead. So Michigan State gets the ball to start the game. We force a 3-and-out.
Yep.
We get the ball. We go down and score.
Yep.
Michigan State gets the ball again. I can't remember. Maybe they got I don't think they got a first down. It was another 3-and-out. We blocked the punt. Carter, I think we almost killed their punter. Carter Nelson scoops up the ball, gets in the end zone. It's 14-0. And I was like, we're going to win this game 1,000,000 to 0.
52-0.
Yeah. Nebraska is going to dominate this game.
Yeah.
And then, like, the rest of the first half and some of the second half was super frustrating.
Some of the most uneventful football I've ever watched in a while. I mean, it was just very vanilla for that the rest of that first half.
I really think you hate to blame weather, but I really think the wind, it looked like both teams when they were going to the south end zone did not want to throw the ball or were not successful at all in doing so. So I think the wind was a bigger factor than it may have seemed, at least maybe watching on television. I'm looking down I look at the goalposts, right? So those little flags are blowing, the north goalposts are blowing straight north. And the ones on the south end aren't really blowing much. There's that weird swirling wind in the old gray lady on 10th and Vine that you've heard about for years. It's a real thing. And when there's that big a gust, it causes some problems, boys.
Mm-hmm. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. So Right immediately after Nebraska blocked the punt and scored the touchdown to go up 14-0, Michigan State put together a 17-play, 75-yard drive. Took 9 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That was super frustrating,
Was.
though, because it felt like they got two even within the red zone, I think they were, like, inside the 10-yard line, at least for one of them. They got 2 PI calls on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Which would have they otherwise would have had, like,
bogus. A couple were bogus.
The first one I thought was total, like,
Yeah.
weak sauce. The
Yeah.
second one, fair right, kinda reached around the guy's waist, which, like, you just can't do. But on that one, and Matty O, like, they didn't show the replay on the I don't know if anybody else was in the house. Matty O was in the house. That one, I didn't get to see the replay. They showed the replay of the interference piece, but not the full play. And it looked like our guy was being held very badly on the initial play.
Yeah.
I don't know if
One
you
of
saw that.
one of I didn't see who it was, what number, but I'm as I tend to do as a former defensive lineman, stood up and screamed, "Holding!" as I do many times a game. But Nebraska,
I've
when
seen
we're
you
on
do that.
D, they never call a holding to benefit us when we're on D.
So-
But it looked like one of our guys got completely like grabbed from like the collar and spun around, and it
Yeah.
didn't get called. And
I-
then they called the pass interference, and I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me." That field judge in that corner had a rough day. He had a rough day.
All right. So listen to this, guys. So it's 14-7 Michigan State at this point. Here's how the rest of the half played out. Nebraska, 4 plays, punt. Michigan State, 3 plays, punt. Nebraska, 3 plays, punt.
Big 10, baby.
Negative 32 yards. Negative 32 yards on that one for Nebraska. Michigan State, 3 plays, interception. Nebraska, 7 plays, turnover on downs. Michigan State, 3 plays, interception. Nebraska, 3 plays, punt. Then Michigan State had 1 play at the end of the half where they just nailed it.
This sounds like the Big
I'm-
10 West.
I'm curious, guys, how you guys felt at halftime, because Nebraska was still at 14-7. It was super frustrating because we had 2 picks and at least 1 great punt return, Ja'Cory Parney punt return that I can think of, that all 3 of which put us in great field position. It was literally like maybe a first down or 2 away from field goal range, and we got absolutely nothing out of any of those. I'll wait. I was gonna share how I felt. Tell me did you guys feel at halftime like, here we go again? Or did you feel like, it's only a matter of time till we break through?
I said that. I looked over and I go, you can't let a team like this, even though Michigan State's not that good, we can't let people like this hang around. Like this is our MO, and what happens to us is we just don't close the door and just end it. Like if I think in our text thread, somebody brought up like the way we started that game, instantly 14-0, like we should have blown the freaking doors off these guys, and like we just let teams hang around. There's more to the game, obviously. It gets a little bit more positive after that, but good Lord, man, like going into halftime, I'm like, yeah, we're probably gonna lose.
I've got a little bit of it. I've got some thoughts on this.
Okay.
I really do think you can, this is going to sound like I'm making excuses and I'm a sunshine pumper and all that stuff, and I don't care.
And you are.
We went down and scored pretty easily. We're on D, block a punt, score. The defense has to go back out there. The defense is back out there. The offense was on the sideline for quite a long time in that first half, early in the first half, right? They had 1 drive that went down and scored, and then they're just standing there. I really do. It sounds like totally like I'm making an excuse, but they're on the sideline for so long. I really think there's something to be said for them being out of rhythm. Now, for them to continue to be out of rhythm after that first series when they're back out there, there's really no excuse for that. But I really think there's something to be said for they were on the sideline for a long time. So I just want to put that out there.
Thank you.
Olson, what are your thoughts on this matter?
Yeah, I don't know. I got a little bit worried, but I don't know. It felt different, but yeah, I got extremely worried there for a while, actually.
I'll tell you guys, at halftime, I was kind of like, I went into the game thinking we were really going to roll. Like I thought we were just going to, and so the start of the game was like, okay, this is what I thought would happen. So even at halftime, I was like, we get the ball to start the half. If we go down and get points for sure, ideally a touchdown, of course you're not done then, but like 21-7 would feel really good. Like, let's quit messing around. So let me tell you when I started to panic and
21-14.
and swear to myself on the couch to start the second half. Nebraska, I'm trying to remember. Hey, oh, that's right. We went for it on fourth down on that opening drive.
Yeah.
So Dylan completed a 14-yard pass to Hunter, and then 4-yard run, 3-yard run, 3rd and 3. We throw it incomplete, and then we gave it to Harburg. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't give it to Harburg. That was a fake punt. That's what it was.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a fake punt.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about that fake punt?
Didn't like it.
I didn't hate the
like it.
call. I didn't hate the call. He's punting into the wind. There's
Yeah.
a couple of Archie's worst punts he's had were into that wind that I already mentioned.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate the call. I like being aggressive. Like when in a game when it's been a total slog offensively. Like
Yeah.
I didn't
I'll
hate
clarify.
it.
I'll clarify.
Put the ball in William Wallace's hands. What's wrong with that?
I didn't
Yeah.
like it because he
He's
didn't
good
get
at
it. That's why.
Yeah.
If you gets it, you love it.
He gets it. I'm like, that's the
Yeah.
best ball.
You know, riverboat rule. We love riverboat rule. He's just rolling the dice.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
Now-
So then, Michigan State goes down and scores a touchdown.
Yep.
14-14. Aiden Child seems to be coming alive.
And that's the thing. It was like, oh my God, they figured it out.
Yes.
They figured it out how
right.
to beat us. They're going to run right up the middle, and Childs is just they're going to do called quarterback runs,
Yes.
design quarterback
That's
runs, and they're going to, and here we go. And I was like, here we go.
That's exactly what Tim Brando even said on the broadcast. He's like, it seems like Aiden Childs is just going to try and take this game into his own hands now. And he was exactly right, because I knew it. I was like, oh God, they found our weakness. They sniffed it out. They're just going to let him scramble and make something out of nothing every play and just run the ball.
Well,
But then it didn't work the rest of the game. Like, so either we adjusted to it and had, you know, I haven't watched the game back yet, but it's like we either did something to adjust to that to keep him from scrambling as much, or I don't know, or they just went away from it. And
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Well, so on that drive, they converted a 4th and 6. Childs with a 10-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lost 2 yards. Then Childs ran it back-to-back, 7 yards both times. So that was converted a 3rd and 5. And then that was where they converted 4th and 4 for the 16-yard touchdown run. Yeah. And it was kind of like, all right, that's annoying. You know, that it was like, that's annoying. Whatever. Like they scored once in the first half. Like now we're going to go down and score. First play, Dylan throws a pick. And then I was literally like, game over. Forget it. I'm turning in my I'm turning in my pads. I'm turning in my microphone. I'm giving up on life. It's all over. Forget it.
Why would you not though?
You
know what I mean?
I know. And then they go down and score again. They went down and scored again.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I think is different about what we have now versus what we used to have. It's like Nebraska of old would have, I won't drop any F-bombs here, they would have freaking folded, no question, after that. That game would have, that in essence would have been the end of the game. But they didn't.
Can I tell you what the play of the game was? Maybe you're getting there, Burkle.
No, go ahead, Emmo.
It's 21-14.
I know.
And things were bleak. 21-14 Michigan State, things were bleak, right?
Yeah.
And Dylan uncorks one to Barney down the right sideline for 50 yards. That was the game right there. The game turned from that play.
Woke the crowd up.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious to see if it was energy just sucked out of the stadium after he threw that pick after they scored. That had to.
There wasn't a lot. Yeah. I mean, that's why I said, like, that play, not only was it 3rd and 10 and we're down 7, but like that brought some juice back to the crowd.
Yeah.
We went down and punched it in. Okay, we're not it up. Here we go. And then
here we go.
And then the next ensuing kick, we get a little and we need to talk about this. Was it intentional? Did we intentionally kind of kick it short up into the wind to try to get him to muff it?
Hold on. I don't want. We'll get there. Let's
thank
there.
you.
Oh, yeah.
TJ's got a plan here.
So anybody else jump in, but the low point for me was they scored the touchdown, go up 21-14. Right before that Barney pass, we went incompletion.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 3rd and 10, and that was a 45-yard pass to Ja'Cory Barney. Literally right before that, like 3rd and 10, the crowd, I mean, again, I'm just watching on TV. The crowd felt dead.
Yep.
The offense felt like they could not figure anything out. They had not really done anything since that first drive.
Mhm.
I think like my boys were playing video games. My wife was taking a bath or something. Charlotte was like coloring. I'm sitting on the couch by myself, and I am just in such a bad place. And I don't even know. I was telling Olsen before we hit record, like all the things that were going through my mind. But I was just like,
It was dark.
good thing we went and got the big name offensive coordinator. Good thing. Good thing. What's our 5-star quarterback doing for us? Huh?
Yeah.
Like I was just in such a bad place, swearing, talking to myself. I decided try not to put it out there over text like I have in the past.
No.
And they hit that pass for 45 yards. And I don't know, like Nebraska dominated basically the rest of the game from that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Like it
That's
didn't feel like
that's what the 5-star guy does.
it didn't feel like a guarantee at that moment, but it felt like that was huge.
It flipped.
Mhm.
It flipped the momentum. Old
then
Mo.
Emmett for 7 yards, and then Emmett for 23 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we head into the fourth quarter. We dominate the fourth quarter pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It was it was just good to see. Like I said, teams of old would not have done that. The way the Huskers bounced back from being in that dark place like TJ was. The team as a whole was in a dark place for a
Really,
little bit. They didn't give up. TJ, you didn't give up. Damn it.
There's still such
sky's the limit now.
mental fragility. There's so much mental fragility
for the fans,
the fans and the whole program still.
Yeah.
So so that's big. To me, that's a big win. And to me, it's like one of those things where, okay, it was not looking like we were going to be able to get the job done today. Like when it's 21-14 and Childs just kind of shimmies into the end zone on a little quarterback sneak where, the last few years we've been like, okay, 1 or 2 yards, this can be really tough for them to get. Now it's like, oh crap, 1 or 2 yards, they're probably going to get it because we need our interior defensive line needs to kind of get a little stronger, a little more experience. Nick knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree with that. Like, it felt like for a period of time there, like I just don't see how we win this game.
It was bleak.
Yeah.
It was really bleak.
Okay, hold on.
21-14.
I want to talk about that kickoff. Owens, Geoff, Olsen. Anything else to add before we do that?
No.
Okay, so we score the touchdown to tie it. On the ensuing kickoff, Johnny Hole kind of hangs it up there, and the two Michigan State guys kind of run into each other, fumble it. We get it back. Of course, we couldn't get a touchdown there, but we get enough. Like we get enough down the field to where we are in field goal range. We kick a field goal, and then we really dominated from there. Yeah. Like Michigan State's next 3 possessions went punt, like 3 plays punt, 3 plays punt, turnover on downs, and then they scored a touchdown in garbage time. So and the Huskers picked it up on offense from there too. So I don't think we need to go through every part of the play by play.
No, we didn't talk about the Hunter touchdown was pretty cool without the shoe.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That was huge because it was still 24-21 at that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will tell you. Hold on. Oh yeah, that was the one. Okay, we went up 24-21. We forced the punt, and then get the ball back. 24-21. We got a couple first downs, and then Dylan took a sack.
Oh no.
No, for real, it happened, Nick.
Oh,
it happened.
no.
Dylan took a sack on 1st and 10 that killed the drive.
Yeah.
And they showed it on TV, and he was like, "That's me. That's my bad." That one they showed I can't remember which receiver it was. He was open out of his break. It looked to me in real time that Emmett was also open for a dump off, and then Matteo, you said Dylan also could have taken off and ran. And I think it's important to talk about this. Look, they bounced back. They won. And Dylan like battled. He
big
scratched and clawed. Made some really good throws. But there were several times like the O-line really struggled in this game. Let's be clear. I'm not sure like that was supposed to be a strength of the team, and I'm very concerned about the O-line. Dylan, it felt like 2024 a little bit too much today. Is that a fair way to say it?
Yeah.
Holding the ball too long. Either get rid of it or take off sooner or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree.
He was doing that early though. Like he took off and ran a couple times early.
He did. I remember
and it was
that. He actually looked
decisive.
pretty good doing it.
And then it's like that's why I think the rhythm thing I talked about earlier is like when he came back out there, it was like he was just a tick slower in deciding to run or throw it. I don't know what it was. He came back to get his more normal self in the second half, but yeah, I don't know what that was. He just seemed off a little bit.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say about that, it's just I'm not. I'll own it. Like I was critical of Dylan after the Michigan loss to a certain extent. Like, watch him, just take it easy. I was.
Jeff, do you even remember that?
What the hell is your problem? What is your problem? Huh?
No, sorry.
I was critical of him. I'll admit that, but I can't always let him off the hook. Like I get it. He's a 5-star quarterback. He is without a doubt the best player on our team, and we have to have him. But there are times where you have to admit there are some things, TJ, you bring up that just don't look that great. Like it's still, I can't believe that we're not past those types of things. Like holding on the ball too long. That pick he threw after Michigan State took the lead, that was just a really, really bad pass. He didn't see that guy at all.
Yeah.
And so things like that, like I'm glad though that in this game, the one positive that came out of that, Dylan didn't play the greatest he's ever played, but I was also impressed with the fact that he was able to just put that behind him and make the plays that we needed him to make going forward. That is the proof of a player that's getting better and going in the right direction. So
he got it done. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're like on the pick, you're right. What was frustrating about the pick is he didn't see the guy who intercepted it, but the receiver was also blanketed by a different
Hunter was covered really well.
Yeah. So it was just like, what are we doing here? I think he was really frustrated and he was forcing it on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, anyway, so we talked about that, but then we forced the punt.
All right.
So yeah. So this was the okay. Sorry. Back to full circle. Dylan gets sacked to make it 2nd and 17. We cannot overcome that. We punt. Then we force a punt on 3 plays. Then that was the one, the Nebraska Hunter 59-yard touchdown pass. That was the only play of that drive. That basically sealed the deal. That made it 31
onions
21 with what? I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes left or something. And that was a great play by Hunter because he almost got tripped up there and he kept his balance and then he was off to the races.
Yeah, he had at least one other one where he made a nice like catch and run. And I was like, he's tough running with the ball. I was a little bit surprised by that because we haven't really seen him do a lot of that.
Yeah.
But he's pretty good after the catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name has just been spoken a lot during broadcasts, like way more than I thought. Like before we started talking, like, of course you think Ja'Cory Barney's going to play a big role, but I don't ever really remember us before the season started really having Hunter like on our radar as like the big time playmaker.
That's because you just don't pay attention, Jeff.
I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the way it is. We didn't really hype him up that much.
We didn't see a lot of Mr. Dane Key today. I don't know. Did he even catch a ball?
He dropped one.
Big catch on the inside kick. He caught the onside kick. That was big.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he caught a pass.
Yeah. That's curious. I'll tell you one thing that was thoroughly satisfying for me was after the Hunter touchdown. As I look at this, I think there was still over 6 minutes left. So we're up 10, but like Nebraska football has weathered worse disasters. And the way this game is played out, it's like, what's going to happen here? And, Michigan State so we kick it off to Michigan State, and that was the one. I mean, they're obviously going to go for it. But we Nwaneri sacked Childs for a 12-yard loss. Then they had a 14-yard run, which was very frustrating. But because of Nwaneri's sack, that made it 3rd and 8. Then there was an incompletion by Childs, so it's 4th and 8, and then that was when Cam Lenhart just completely crushed him.
Yeah.
And then we were like right in front of the end zone and we walked in and scored. So
yes.
Yep. I want to talk about the black shirts in particular today, but let's do corn cobs really quick. I forgot to do corn cobs right at the outset. So hold on. Let me pull this up. The corn cob segment, of course, is brought to you by the Nebraska Farm Bureau. the largest agricultural organization in the state with more than 56,000 members. For over a century, Farm Bureau has supported Nebraska's farm and ranch families, but their impact stretches far beyond the field. They grow leaders, amplify voices at the Capitol, and strengthen communities across our state. Agriculture is the backbone of Nebraska. When it thrives, we all thrive. Join Nebraska Farm Bureau today at nefb.org. That's nefb.org.
Yes.
Corn cobs, baby.
Yep.
Nicholas Olson, you're our honored guest tonight. Why don't you start us off?
I'm going to go Mike Eckler, special teams coordinator.
Yes. Great call.
Block punt, and then Shakori Barney took one back. It got called back, but
he had another big. He had a big one before that too.
Yeah, he did.
And they recovered the fumbled muffed kickoff.
Yep.
Yeah. Special teams, baby.
Just showed up amazing tonight.
Olson was a maniac.
Yeah, Olson,
maniac
from David City.
Yes, that's where I was going to go. That's where I was going. I don't know if you know this. He's from David City, Nebraska. Here's two things on Eckler. One, several Twitter videos were shared where he was going absolutely insane on the sideline after they blocked that punt.
Oh, really?
That was awesome.
I just love that guy. And then two, I saw several people share it on Twitter that like he called that in advance. Like they were talking, apparently it was like an open secret this week. They're like, we're going to block a punt against Michigan State. So I don't know. They discovered some weakness or something.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And we're going to throw Olson. We're going to give part of that corn cob. Most of it goes to Eckler. We're going to give part of it to Jameer Khan, who blocked that punt.
Yes.
Carter
Nelson, I like
scooping it up too.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had a scoop and score on special teams?
Oh,
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, how long has that been?
We blocked a field goal. Was that Rule's first year? We blocked a field goal.
It was against Purdue. Quentin Newsom ran it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
High five and Tommy Hill into the end zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's lovely.
All right, actually, no, Geoff, you're not going next. Matteo, you want to go next?
What the hell's going on here?
I don't even know if you're gonna go, Jeff.
You're not gonna get my corn cob. I'll tell you that much right now.
I'm going with the big guy coming off the edge, Williams Winery. Willie Winery was all over the field.
Mhm.
I think 5 or 6 total tackles, but had a sack and a half.
He
could have easily had like 1 or 2 more. He was just wreaking havoc back there, chasing Childs all around the field. I think he's special. The fact that he could be here another 2 years, if we can cough up enough NIL money to keep him around, is really, really exciting.
Yeah.
So,
Willie
Winery, corn cob from Matteo.
Yes, indeed.
Love it. Geoff?
All right. So before I even jump into mine, the one thing I did want to say, I love that you picked special teams, by the way, because could you guys imagine if we don't block that punt and go, let's just say we only had 7 points on the board going into halftime after that, and everything played out the exact same way, making up 2 more scores in the second half. That's a completely different ball game in that regard.
Oh my gosh.
Game changer for us as a team. We needed that so bad. So
Jeff,
what if
Jeff,
the butterfly effect?
I can't believe I'm saying this, Jeff. That's an excellent point.
thank you.
It is.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. Thanks. Hollywood. What gets more Hollywood than saving the season? Hero Ball. Hero Ball, baby. I'm serious. I'm not being dramatic at all. We were only up, I think, 3 at this point, right? When the Isaiah Hunter took that all the way to the house with 1 shoe on.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were only up 3. There was a
24-21.
There was a good chance that we could still poop down our leg and lose that game. Yeah. And that pretty much, in my opinion, sealed the deal for the game. If we lose against Michigan State, we have Maryland on the road. We've got Minnesota on the road. We needed that win, guys. We needed to just get out of there.
Sure did,
yeah. Isaiah Hunter delivered that on
Big Ten win.
On 1 stick with a shoe on still. Shoeless Isaiah Hunter. Shoeless Joe Jackson. Awesome play. It was great. Loved every minute of it. He gets my corn cob this week.
I like it.
Love that, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for mine, I'm going to say this was the Black Shirts' best game of the season. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, you get it to the unit?
No, I'm not going to give it to the unit.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, I think that's a fair
I want to talk
statement,
about the defense a little bit after we do corn cobs. So I'm going to split mine. The 2 leading tacklers were Jabin Wright and Vincent Shavers Jr. It felt like watching on TV, both of those guys were all over the freaking deal.
They were.
Yeah.
Wright had 10 tackles, including 3.5 tackles for loss. Shavers had 9 tackles, including 2 tackles for loss. They both looked excellent out there. I mean, candidly, Deshaun Singleton had 2 picks.
He was very
right.
He was
So hard to even leave him on. He should just give him a corn. Give him a corn cob anyways. Give him one, damn it.
Just
give one
throw
to
all the
Sing.
corn cobs around. Give all the corn cobs out.
You get a corn cob. You get a corn cob.
You get a corn cob.
Everybody gets a corn.
But I mean, guys, like, look, it's not perfect.
No.
And they're like, but and we know, like, we've talked about this ad nauseum now. We lost Nash, we lost Ty, we lost John Bullock, we lost Jamari Butler, et cetera, et cetera. So the defense has probably taken a little bit of a step back this year. But listen to these numbers, guys. I mean, and some of this is due to, sacks and whatever else. But hold on, team stats. There we go. I mean, Aiden Childs threw for 85 yards.
Hilarious.
And you know what's frustrating is, as a team, Michigan State threw for 156 yards. 59 of those were Milivojevic, whatever.
Garbage time.
And Mike, look, listen, Grandma Burkle was 100% Czech, so respect to that name. I assume he's Czech.
It's terrible pronunciation. Like,
I know, exactly.
Milivojevic.
Yeah. He had like 59 of those yards were on that last drive in garbage time. Otherwise,
prevent defense.
Otherwise,
damn the prevent.
Yeah. Otherwise, we once again would have held them to under 100 yards passing. Now, the other more impressive thing, guys, the problem this year has been the rushing defense. And again, like Childs was sacked several times, so that factors into this.
Yeah.
But he only had, 13 carries for 23 yards, and as a team, they had 84 yards rushing. You'll take that all day long.
Yeah, we love those numbers. Love those numbers. Love it.
So you're saying you love the numbers, Jeff?
I love those numbers. Really,
who's got the numbers? Who's got the train coming in the background?
Me.
I hear.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah. All great baseball fields have trains going through the outfield. Anyway, Sherman Field and Lincoln has a train going through.
It gives a little character to the pod, I think.
Yeah.
Can I just say, for in this day and age, are we doing any more game synopsis? Can I just give a general?
Now we're just doing general observations, Matty.
General observation is, in this day and age of college football, you just need to win. I don't care what it looks like. I mean, Texas went and lost at Florida.
Yes.
Penn State went out and lost to UCLA. We thought UCLA was garbage.
Yeah.
They look like an unbelievable offense, from the highlights I saw. Just win. Who cares what it looks like? Who cares what the numbers are? We can see with the eye test, what we know what we're seeing, right? To me, that looked like a pretty good, decent run defense we played today. That wasn't the case for the rest. That was the best we played against the run, I think, for the year.
Yeah.
I mean, up there with Cincinnati for sure. We were a little leaky with Sorsby, but for the most part, we played pretty good D, right?
Yeah.
Just win.
Cincinnati
I don't care what it looks
today.
like.
They did what they did against Iowa State.
Yeah, Cincinnati's rolling.
They'll probably be ranked. Be ranked.
Yeah,
that's going to end up being a really good win, boys. I said it for weeks.
I thought the same thing when you sent that text message earlier about you just got to win the game. Just win a game, because college football now, any given Saturday, you don't know what the hell is going to happen.
Yeah. And that's where you got a guy that, he didn't play his best game, but he can make, you hear it all the time, he can make all the throws. Well, guess what? He can make a hell of a lot of throws. I don't know about all the throws.
Yeah.
But he's going to put you in a position to win. As long as that game is close in the fourth quarter, I feel pretty good about our chances with Dylan Raiola. I do. As long as he doesn't take a sack. He's taking too many sacks.
Yeah.
He's got to stop taking so many sacks. Other than that, he's done pretty damn good at spreading the ball around. All it is, we've got some dudes. We have Nazay Hunter. Ja'Cory Barney is a star, guys.
Yeah.
That punt return, I know it got called back. That stadium was vibrating when he ran that sucker back. People were jumping up and down, hugging, falling down. It was insane. Things are looking up, boys. The trajectory is up. We were behind. We were in a game that we didn't look like we would have won in the years past, and we kept going. We kept fighting. That was a culture win to me today, guys. I hate to be cliche. I think that was a culture win.
think about before the season started and our schedule predictions
Mhm.
and how we were looking at things. Yes, our only loss is to a ranked Michigan team by 3 points, you guys. That's our only loss right now. I'll take that any damn day of the week. We look,
And Cincy's on the
And
cusp of being ranked.
yeah,
a pretty good Michigan team, I think.
yeah, I think so too.
Damn
So,
good.
Yep.
Mr. Olson, anything to add here?
Nothing. No. Go Big Red.
PBR.
Dynamite.
Well,
Dynamite.
I have a general observation about your observation, Matteo.
Oh,
And it's this. Those of us who grew up in a certain era, like college football is different than the NFL. And there are some ways in which we don't want college football to become the NFL.
Yeah.
But because there's so much less parity in college football, there's 100, however many
Or like 30.
FBS teams, right?
Yeah.
And so they're not all created equal. And we're used to grew up with the Huskers beating up on lesser opponents.
Mhm.
And the Ohio States of the world do that, and the Oregons of the world do that, and the Alabamas and the Georgias of the world do that.
Yeah.
So what we're used to in college football is not just like we don't like we're not happy with wins in college football, right?
It's gotta
Like
look a certain way.
we're not. It's got to look good, and we also what also feeds that is the world in which we lived for so long, where the AP and the coaches poll were so important that you couldn't just win by a touchdown. You had to win by 3 or 4 touchdowns, right?
Mhm.
All that stuff mattered because it was at the whims of the votes of other
Voters.
students, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Subjective.
Right. But if you think about the NFL, like if Aaron Rodgers in his prime, or is it now Lamar Jackson now, or whatever, if Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, if one of those guys, like if their teams win, that's all anybody talks about.
Mhm.
If they didn't other than like fantasy, people were bitching about their fantasy teams. But if like if the Bills had a game plan of we're just going to run the ball a lot more this game, or the Ravens are probably the best example of that. We're just going to give it to Derrick Henry a lot this game. I hope he doesn't fumble, by the way. We're just going to give it to Derrick. We're going to give it to Derrick Henry a lot this game, and Lamar will get a few runs but his passing numbers will be down, or whatever. Nobody says. Everybody just observes whether they won or lost.
Right.
That's all that anybody observes, right?
Yeah.
And so, I think we're in this mindset as college football fans that our team and our favorite players not only need to win,
But
they have to
huge
be
stats.
perfect all the time, right?
Yeah.
Players have to have big stats, and the team has to have big stats. And as Husker fans, that's actually what we witnessed for decades, right?
Mhm.
Husker fans of a certain age. And so I just think that, to your point, Matt, you're at college football, there's more parity than ever before, especially now that we're in conference play. And guess what, guys? The other team practices too.
Yeah.
The other team's coaches get paid a lot of money too.
Yep.
They made some good plays and some good calls and whatever. And look at 2 guys, Arch Manning. And who's the guy from Lagaway, whatever his name is?
Yeah, Lagway.
Florida.
Those guys were at the beginning of the season. Those guys were supposed to be everything. They were on everybody's watch list, everybody's top 5 lists. Dylan's doing just fine, right?
Yeah.
Dylan's doing just
He could be
fine.
in a lot worse shape.
And the
That's
Huskers
for
are
sure.
doing just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And fine with him. I'm fine with him flying a little more under the radar.
Yeah.
Honestly, ESPN put out their top whatever quarterbacks rankings, and he was in the 20s. And I'm like, well, that's probably a little low, but you know what? I don't care. Let everyone think they know what he is, and just let him do his thing. Because I think he's humble enough that he wouldn't get that big of a head. So I'm not worried about that. But it's just fine, keep disrespecting him kind of thing, right? Keep thinking he's not as good as he really
People
is.
love a good underdog story. They love that.
Because it still goes back to the stupid Mahomes comparison thing. And he's got to tone it down probably a little bit if he wants to get true respect from the national media. But who cares?
Yeah, I do think to your point too, TJ, about just expecting to see perfect games. I think a lot of it and you kind of alluded to it, was we pay these guys now. You know what I mean? I think with them, receiving a paycheck, I think the fans expect instant gratification. If we're going to give you guys money like this, you're not allowed to lose a game ever. You're not allowed to
Right.
have a bad performance ever because we're scratching you a check, and it's just an unrealistic expectation. As time goes on and we get more into the whole world of NIL, this stuff will become more commonplace. But I think right now, since it's so new, people think, well, if we're going to pay somebody this much money, there's no excuse for any bad play. You have to play
Right.
good every
Right.
time and dominate every time.
I think we probably did this last year when the Huskers got out to a 5-1 start, but I'd rather be talking about the things the Huskers could do better after a win. Like imagine if they hadn't buttoned it up and figured
Yeah.
it out and come
Oh,
back
dear
and won
God.
that game today. Like we would all be melting down, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And we'd be questioning the season and rule and the coaching staff.
Questioning life. We'd be questioning our own
the meaning of
lives.
life.
Everything.
What is the
What's
meaning
the
of
meaning?
life?
Yep.
Exactly.
When I walked downstairs to do this pod, I said to Ash, I go, this will be an interesting pod because we won, but there's definitely some things that we're going to complain about. I know that.
Yep.
So it's just,
Yep, that's a great transition. Let's move to reasons to be excited, reasons for concern. Anybody want to start?
let me,
I'll go.
I got to think.
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay.
Reasons to be excited. I usually can do that more than the reasons for concern. Reasons to
Because
be excited.
you're a total homer. It's fine.
Mhm.
Well, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm an optimist. I'm an eternal optimist. I was really encouraged by our run defense today. I really was. Like Michigan State ran a lot of outside zone stuff, and Michigan did that, a little inside outside stuff. And I thought we got to the ball. We got a good, our D line did a good job holding up there against their O line, and
Yeah.
we swarmed to the ball. They tackled well against the run. There was a couple of drives there where it's like, okay, we need to really stop this run. They converted a couple of fourth downs, but for the most part, I thought the D did a really good job against the run, and then figuring out how to stay in front of Childs, and I don't think they really spied him, and more of a look like zone maybe, but I got to give him props on that. That's something that we needed to fix and we needed to work on, and they did a much better job today.
Yeah. I hear you.
Beautiful. Gia for Mr. Olson.
Olson, you can go first.
Okay. Reason to be concerned, I would say the offensive line.
Mhm.
We can't
Yeah.
really run the ball, and then also we struggled in pass protection. I think they only had 2 sacks going into the game. Michigan State did, and they had
Yeah, that's
3
true.
or 4 sacks, I
Yeah.
think. So, but yeah, I've just kind of I wouldn't say given up on them, but yeah, it's
They
going to
need
be
some work.
tough road ahead with our offensive line.
Yeah.
Do you guys think are other teams? Again, we're not X's and O's guys. We've said that many times, but do they know that we're not really committed to the run and that we're just going to do this straight drop back stuff with Dylan?
Yeah.
And so they're sort of sending a lot of extra guy. Is it
Yeah.
a little more nuanced, or is the O-line just getting their butts kicked?
Yeah, I think it's
Or both.
what you said. I mean, they know we can't run the ball, so they're just teeing off on us. So, I mean, we should run the balls right at them, but we just, we can't.
We can't, or we don't commit to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, both really.
Yeah.
Well, and Dylan's got to get rid of the ball quicker too. That's part of some of
that
those
thing out.
sacks you
Get
can
it
tell that you can tell the ones where it's he's holding on to it too long versus
Yeah.
the one where our guy just got beat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes it's a combo of both. But yeah, they've got to be better. They've got to be better protecting Dylan, and he's got to be quicker getting rid of the ball.
Well, and Olson is such a good point. I mean, the O-line was supposed to be a strength of the team this year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of veteran guys, couple supposedly high impact transfers. And it's just it's not really, doesn't look any better by the eye test.
No.
And they moved, and they started Pritchett at left tackle and moved Gatula to right tackle. And I missed if something happened to Prohaska, or if that was just a person just to change, or what happened there. So I missed that, but I thought that was fairly interesting. I mean, Prohaska is a guy that's been around forever and has played a ton of ball.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he got dinged up in practice during the bye week or if that was just a decision they made. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out more in the presser on Monday.
Yeah.
Geoff?
I'll say something. I'm not going to be negative like I usually am about things of concern. I'll be positive. I'll be damn positive.
Pleasant change.
Yeah, you're welcome. Special teams. We ask this question every time. Are they back? I think we can say that special teams might be back, you guys.
They're back.
not only are they keeping us in games, they're arguably winning us games now at this point. And so it was refreshing to see a blocked punt for a score. That's incredible. But also the returns that we were seeing. Ja'Cory Barney had that one called back. I don't care if it got called back. That was an awesome ass run.
Oh, so
that
good.
was so awesome.
Electric.
Yeah, awesome. And it was and he had another one besides that. He didn't score, but a big return. So we hadn't seen anything of that caliber in the last couple of years. So it's definitely a bright spot all in all in our program right now for sure.
Yeah, love that, Geoff. Love that. I'm going to give a reason for concern. I'm going to piggyback on what Olson said.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just, it some of it has to do with the O-line, but to give those guys maybe a little bit of a break. We've talked for years, but since before we had this podcast, Husker fans, like, we've talked about an identity, right? We talked about an identity. I noticed today Luke Altmaier at Illinois had 390 yards passing.
Jeez.
Okay. But everybody, like Illinois, at least when I think of Burt Bielema,
that's not Bielema.
Illinois, I think of a team that's committed to physical smash mouth football. And they're going to run the ball. I think we've said this on this podcast many times. It's 2025. We're going to throw the ball around. 5-star quarterback. We're going to throw the ball around. But it comes down to a mindset of when we need 2 yards and we're going to line up and we know what we're going to do. You know what we're going to do. You across from us, and everybody in the stadium knows what we're going to do, and we get it anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel like we still don't. Rule, I think, believes in that in his core, maybe, but I don't think we're seeing that on the field.
But I don't think that's our roster. I don't think that's in our roster either.
Well,
think about Bielema's roster. Like, he's got Luke Altmaier. He's got Luke Altmaier, so he's going to throw the ball because he's got that guy. You know, I think that's it. I think I 100% agree with you of a program and a team having an identity year to year. But when you have like game-changing personnel, sometimes I think you have to adapt to what they are. And that's your game plan is like, hey, we've got Dylan Raiola, or hey, we've got Luke Altmaier. Like, let's chuck the ball because that's our best chance to win. And we don't have a Justice Haynes or like the other guy, Marshall, at running back. Like, those guys are Big Ten bruisers. We don't have that.
But here's part of what I'm getting at though, Matteo. We talked about this after it was 21-21 and we kick it off and they muff it and we get the ball back. We got a couple completions. I get 1 or 2 first downs, whatever it was 1st and goal at the 7.
Run the ball.
We went incompletion.
Oh my gosh.
2-yard pass, incompletion. So we threw the ball 3 times. In my mind, you can throw the ball 30 times a game. You can throw the ball 40 times a game. In my mind, those are the times when you declare your identity and you say we have 4 yards to get 7. We have 4 downs to get 7 yards, and we're gonna shove it down your throat. And we're gonna, if we have to bring in freaking Cam Lenhart as a fullback or whatever we got to do, we're gonna make this hurt, and then we're gonna score. And we still don't do that. We've been asking for a Nebraska team to do that for 10 plus years, and we still don't do that.
I don't even know if that's an identity thing. To me, that's just like a smart football thing. It's 1st and goal from the 7, run it, and then if you have to pass it on 3rd. Like, to me, that's just like, hey,
I
is
agree,
like
100%.
football 101.
Yeah,
like let's.
Can we do away with the fade passes? I'm not a big fade pass guy. When you get down to the end zone there, the rich reward on there it doesn't do it for me. I can't stand it.
Yeah,
feels like a wasted down.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
It does.
So, and I mean, Emmett was, what did we say? I think we talked about this before we started recording, but
13 for like 80 or something like that. Like, he should have got the ball more.
13 carries for 83 yards. That's 6.4 yards a carry. I know he had a 1 or 2 sort of bigger ones, and there's 3 touchdowns. Like, I just think we need to make more of a commitment to running the ball. And I get it. This is the best quarterback we've had in a long time. It's the best group of receivers we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
I think we're all acknowledging, and it's 2025, and we want more speedy, fast players who want to come to Nebraska. We're not going back to the triple option. I get it.
No.
But I just want to. It doesn't feel like we have that. Running the ball and smash my football, shoving it down your throat is not part of our identity.
No,
No.
it feels
not
like
right now.
it feels like if it's 22 degrees on Black Friday and we're
Mhm.
playing, it makes me a little nervous when you think about
Yeah.
it in that
Yeah.
light. When it's 22 degrees and it's 25-mile-an-hour winds and it's -15 wind chill and you just need to get 3 yards. It's 3rd and 3. I don't feel super confident about that right now.
Yeah.
Now, maybe that changes.
What-
It's a long season, boys. It's
What-
again, it's week to week. It's do what you need to do to get the win. And maybe we have that in us. Maybe we don't. I don't know. But we needed to run the ball more today.
Well,
Especially when you see 13 for 83 for your stud running back and 6.4 a carry, 3 touchdowns. Like, hey, maybe we should have given it to him 7 or 8 more times.
Yeah.
the way I look at it is it ties in perfectly with what Olsen said to what you said, TJ. The offensive line. I don't think it's our identity right now because I don't think it can be. I think the coaches know that they have no confidence in us being able to run the ball right now with our O-line right now. That
Yep.
we're going to get stopped at the line of the scrimmage every time.
Yep.
So as much as we want it to be our identity, I don't think it is our identity right now. What our identity is, I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's running. I don't think the coaches think it's running either, because we've seen how poorly our offensive line has played in the trenches, and so I don't think it is the identity. We want it to be our identity. I just don't think it is at this time.
But that comes back to the coaches though, who are responsible for recruiting and coaching the players.
Yes.
Sure. Yep.
Yep.
Figure out.
Like if you decide this is what the kind of, again, there's so much that's better about the rule era, including like the physical nature of play and the play of the defense. So I don't want to get too negative on this.
No,
Because
I
it's
agree
not
with
like
you.
they're not soft. They're not I don't know. They're not like playing 7-on-7 here. Like there's a lot of this stuff in terms of physical football is better under rule.
Yeah.
But like O-line was supposed to be a strength and it's not.
Yeah.
Like figure out 8 to 10 of your best run plays and just run those.
There you go.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's you need to simplify things a little bit more.
What was the play call on the first score that we had with Emmett scoring? What was that? Because that was awesome. That was a great.
That was Harburg took the snap. He
Yeah.
handed it to Raiola, who then handed
That
to
was
Emmett.
slick.
That was cool.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I want to see Harburg getting the ball more. I don't know if I loved that one play where Dylan underhanded it to him to the short side of the field. Like, was that a broken play? Because if not, and that was the play called to the short side of the field, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, I love getting Harburg the ball, but not like that. Like,
He's so athletic. He's really fast and athletic. Like,
right.
Him the ball a little bit more.
He was wide open down the sideline in the first half, and Dylan just missed him.
Of course he was.
William Wallace
wide open. Of course he was. I wouldn't expect anything less. Guy's always open, all over the place.
Look, let's end on a positive, and we'll say stuff we've already said.
Damn right.
Like, Dylan's having a heck of a year.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not perfect, but neither is anybody else. The team is 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
They won today instead of like I don't know about you guys, but my sphincter was puckered up.
Oh,
that is
at about
graphic.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just we were holding on for dear life there for a while.
Yeah.
And then they won comfortably, right? So let's just breathe. We're 4-1. I know we did this whole exercise last year.
Mm-hmm.
Quality wins on the schedule.
I will say when I see people comment on Twitter and they're like, look, it's a program learning how to win and this and that. Sometimes I think to myself, well, we said all that stuff through the first 6 games last year when we started off 5-1, and there were a couple ugly wins in there. But so far, so good.
Yeah.
Husker teams of recent years lose this, no doubt.
Big time.
Right?
Yep.
And so we got something to build on. Maryland and Minnesota are winnable games and they're losable games.
Yeah.
These are really 2 really important games. Honestly, I'll be over the moon if we win them both. I'll be pretty dang happy if we split them, if I'm being honest.
Right. I said that on the way back to the car to my boys. Was like, hey, we need to go 1-1 the next 2 weeks at a minimum.
Minnesota's getting rolled right now by Ohio State, by the way.
Because they're not good.
Yeah.
The only way we lose that game is because it's short week and Friday night and all that weird stuff.
Yeah.
They're not good. They went and lost to Cal. Cal's not good.
Yeah.
I was only tracking the score. I didn't see any part of the game. Maryland gave, and we're recording this on Common Fans. We're recording this on Saturday night. So a lot of information will be out by the time we put it out Monday. But Maryland seemed to give Washington a heck of a fight.
They were up like 13-0 or something, and I didn't see what happened the rest of the game, and then just heard that Washington came back and won by 4.
Yeah.
So it was like 24-20 or something.
So that's not gonna be an easy game, boys.
That's not gonna be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
I think maybe we thought a few weeks ago that Maryland would be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think they got a young quarterback. I think Malik Washington or something like that. I think he can play some ball.
And then we know Minnesota's going to be a pain in the ass. So
again,
give me 1-1 at the least. Like I'll feel pretty happy with 1-1. But like I said, I mean 2-0, we're 6-1 and facing Northwestern, so pretty good chance of going 7-1 into USC. I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I'd be over the moon with 2-0 in the next 2 games.
Speaking about getting way ahead of ourselves,
I
just want to mention one thing. Penn State's up for grabs now. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Whoa.
After their performance this weekend. Never say never. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I know it's in Happy Valley, but anything can happen now, obviously.
I gotta see that. I gotta see the highlights of that game in full.
Well,
but that's the Big Ten now. Those guys had to travel literally across the entire country to play out at UCLA.
Yep.
And there's more. Like Oregon had to do it last week, and they got it done. They went and got it done out at Happy Valley. You could say maybe a little bit of a hangover game for the Nittany Lions.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. I said to my wife today, who, as all Common Fan listeners know, is an Oregon Duck, born and raised in Oregon and an Oregon grad. But I said to her today, I made fun of her actually, that Penn State is obviously no good, and their win last week doesn't count for anything. But also, what I said to her was, I'm not sure if I should feel relieved that we might have a chance to beat Penn State, or if I should suddenly be worried about UCLA, who everyone was written off for an early death, right? Like everyone was like, UCLA, they're a total dumpster fire. That's an obvious win. It's not an obvious win now. Nothing is an obvious win.
No, nothing. Don't trust no one, TJ.
Yeah.
Trust no one.
Yeah.
Big Ten football.
Yep.
There's a lot of people on the internet think Dan Lanning might be on cocaine.
Oh.
Did you catch his post gamer there?
Did you spit out the wine?
He was having a good time.
Thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't.
After the game, I'm like,
yeah,
I think he is. But
I think the man's just excited coaching his team.
I think he just had like adrenaline, like out of his mind adrenaline.
Oh yeah.
That almost got me. Good Lord.
Yeah, good.
All right. Any final thoughts, Matthew, Jeffrey, or Nicholas?
Survive in advance. Survive in advance.
Go Big Red.
Exactly. Any given Saturday.
Husker power.
You never know what's going to happen. Nothing's off the table at this point.
Nothing's off the table. Trust no one.
Yep.
Hey, survive in advance.
There you
go. We got some boys.
We
got some ballers on our team, guys.
Black shirts.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. And I think that's Olsen, I'm glad you said that. That's the biggest takeaway for me is the special teams is just obviously so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the black shirts, which we've kind of been talking about as like maybe a liability or taking a step back this year.
Yeah.
Pretty dang good. A lot of young talent.
Yeah.
They're going to keep getting better. Let's end on that.
I hate to say this real quick. I should have said this earlier. It was kind of more points, but it was kind of an Iowa-like win that we had today. It makes me a little bit sick saying that. It was defense and special teams. And the quarterback just made enough throws. I'm just going to say
put him backstage, TJ.
Complimentary football.
Put him backstage.
Don't you dare.
I always get thrown backstage.
Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. He's backstage. He's backstage.
Don't
ever say that again, Matthew. Don't ever. Do you want to take your back? You want to take that back, Matt? This is your chance to take that back.
I don't take it back.
Okay, you're off the stage again. He's off the stage again. This is unbelievable.
We're in the Big Ten. Defense and special teams can win games, guys.
Yeah,
complimentary football.
We don't usually win that way. That's the only part.
That's fair. That's fair.
I hate Iowa.
All right, Common Fans. We'll be back at you in a few days. We're back to 2 episodes a week now that the bye week is over. The Huskers charge into Maryland week with lots of momentum after beating Michigan State.
Yes.
38-27. Great win for the Huskers. They're 4-1. 2 wins away from bowl eligibility. Still in the playoff conversation. Everything is still out there for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. We'll be back at you soon. Oh, Common Fans, let's remember, be kind to each other.
Yes.
please.
In the meantime, as always, GBR for life.
Holy moly! Man, woman, and child did that. Put them in the aisles.
And Nebraska takes the lead. And the national championship is Nebraska.